I hope I'm audible to all of you. A big round of applause for AKA Digital in organizing this, guys. Come on. All right. So Mr. Min and Mr. Soumya has set the context. They spoke a lot about data. So that is exactly what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to talk about data. I'll talk about what we can do with data. How can we win customers, have better engagement and experience. So there are 4 things primarily that I'm going to cover in my presentation today. Part 1, acting towards the attention recession. You know, attention and grabbing the user attention is one of the key challenges that we generally come across. How do we capture that? Second, gamifying your hotlines. It is not just about reaching your customers effectively, but also, gamifying the whole experience where we could do a lot of things inside a lot of channel communications that we do. I will be covering that. And with data coming into play, there is a lot of machine learning that we can apply, which can help us do very high level of hyper personalization, and few examples around that. And again, little more on the AI part, how we can be very actionable in our predictions. So there is predictions that we do, and then there is actionability, which is about doing a prediction and also taking an action on that. Starting with 1, attention recession. And this may sort of explain why we need attention recession, right? So, the customer mindset right now is like that only. The attention that you are able to capture of a user is at times very, very less. Email will have a time spent on an email is generally 5 to 7 seconds. On a push notification is just 2 seconds. Because with a lot of emails, notifications coming into play, there's a lot of clutter right now. So how do we handle that? So as companies, all of you in the room right now, you have done a fantastic job in creating that value that you want to bring out to the customer. That's wow. That's that aha moment that they get. How do we get to that wow very quickly is very important. And this is that funnel if you look at. So let's say a person comes on the home page, from there they go to category page, from there they go to, let's say, a product page, they do add to cart, and finally they buy. This is a funnel that I'm talking about e-commerce, but very similar. You will have it in different businesses. How do we get to start? Where mostly we spend time. So the examples here on are going to be about that. First of all, we need to understand how do we get to our wow. What is our customer doing post they install our app? When they come on the homepage on our website, where are they navigating from there? And there are tools in the market like Mixpanel or Firebase where you can get to your wow and understand where the users are stepping next. Once you do that, how do you engage with them smartly? So here I'm presenting you contextual nudges and walkthroughs. So this is about an app called the Leela app, which is a health tech app. And when the first time user uses this app, how do we make them understand the key usage of the app? And these are walkthroughs if you look at. So this is that first screen. You click on the button, then it basically guides you some of the very key features that you see on the homepage itself, where it helps you understand the app and adopt the app pretty quick. Very important. I'm pretty confident that many of you in the room right now would have come across. When you are on the road, you need Google Maps to directionally tell you where to go. When you are, let's say, especially I am in Vietnam for the very first time, I needed a lot of directions, right? So human brain is accustomed to something which is more directional. And that's exactly what we do with this. Next, we have few more examples for you. And these are some of them are implemented by us. So this is about Khata Book. It's an app which is a grocery app in India. And what they do is, if they have employees, they can release salaries from this app. So how do the owner of the app, like the user of the app, can add the employee? And this screen recording is about that. By the way, that's Dhoni, cricketer. Anyways, add staff. So when the person first click on add staff, after that it guides them and tells you that you click on add for contacts. And then from there they can, select the contact. Then next it says, decide the type of salary, how do you want to release the salary, and so on. Pretty easy and convenient. Makes it very, very, this is also called a straight line onboarding to any feature, where we are not telling them that, hey, you go there or here and explore a lot of things. It's making it very simple for them directionally, that you click here, 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 and get the value. Likewise, this is about Airtel. Airtel is just like any other telecom provider. It's pretty famous in India. Again, they launched the payment back option in there. So they highlighted the bank section when the user basically visited the website, the app. And there again, it contextually guides the user what they have to do. And all of these are live screen recording, guys. These are not just made up. More examples, and specifically fintech in the room. Raise hand. Fintech in the room. Fintech, neobanks, digital banks. Yes, few hands. So for them, generally a fintech or a neobank or a digital bank or a health tech or an agri-tech, you will see that there are a lot of features. And how do we get that features shown to the user pretty quick? And this is about how we were able to guide user to, especially a new investor on this mutual fund app, how they can be contextually guided to start using this app conveniently. And this can be for the e-commerce guys in the room, where add to cart when user, and you will see there are a lot of drop off at this intervention, which is abandoned cart. How we importantly highlight abandoned cart is what is shown here. So it comes with endless possibilities, and I'm sure you would have come across a lot of these interesting features where it could be like bottom sheet nudges like this. It could be certain interesting ratings that we can do. We can basically gamify the complete experience for the user like this, and collect that rating, and the best ones can go to your Play Store. The negative ones you can have your call center team call them up and say hi, hello. Then celebration nudges when user does a transaction. And finally audio nudges. This one is interesting.
Adding money to your wallet is easier than ever. Try it out.
So basically having that flavor of also giving an audio guidance to the user. So there are like enormous possibilities of different ways how you can engage with your customer. Alright, moving on to the second part. It's about hotlines are getting gamified. So raise of hands, people in the room who love to play games. All of you. Nice. Have you come across this game? Pindudu? For people who have not come across, this is just like Farmville. Back in the day, we used to play that a lot. So, and it's pretty famous. They have got a lot of 11 million DAUs. The interesting part they do from the gamification standpoint is, and how they stand out, is where they have this very interesting thing. So let's say in the game, you are growing an apple tree. And the apple tree, you are watering it on a daily basis. You're coming, you're giving the right fertilizers, right? Finally, that tree grows and you have apples. They actually send you apples at your place. Free apples, guys. Please try this out. That's exactly what we intend to do. We are not giving apples, but we are giving that kind of experience to the user inside the app. This again is a screen recording of my mailbox. Please ignore all the other emails and just concentrate on the one which I'm going to show you. So this is a demo where we are creating a website-like experience inside the email. Where generally an email is considered to generate a click, here we are expanding the experience where we are collecting the rating from the user. We are collecting zero-party data by making user fill PIN code and other details. We can also gamify here where they have chosen a number and now they are playing. Now click on the stop button and it says better luck next time. We can play, we can have quizzes inside the email like this. So yeah, I was very bad with the quiz there. And then you could also have a payment done inside the email. So this is bringing that mini app, mini website experience inside the email. All of this makes it very easy and convenient, especially for some of the folks in the room who have to go back to the product team to build a lot of landing pages. Likewise, many examples I have. This is about hotel listings. So this is an email where a person can click and expand the image and see it properly, because generally when we send out emails, there are these small block of images which doesn't give that clarity of what is it, and they have to come on the landing page. Likewise, this hotel listing could be shown. Second is EMI calculator. People having loans in the room. I'm sure you've done a lot of EMI calculation before you applied for loan. That's where you can now do it inside the email again. Define what is your tenure, interest rate you're looking at, and then just calculate and see that inside the mail itself, like this. And what we have seen with brands who have implemented this, it is about 5x conversions that they have seen. When I say 5x conversion, it means 500% and conversions. It's not click. When I say conversion, it means some activation, some retention standpoint, which ideally should have happened on the website. This is about Redbus, one of the leading travel portal from India. They collect details of the user post they have traveled through Redbus app. This is about a leading e-commerce website, Myntra, how they interestingly show different products in the app, like carousel. And third one is a publication, Your Story. And they have, when they do RSVP, they also collect full name and mobile number of the user in the email itself. For generally for this, you have to create a landing page where you collect a lot of these details. So hotlines are getting really, really active. It's not just email, it is also about app push notification. I'm sure some of you in the room would have come across notifications like this, which is overlay on image, or maybe a small image notification like this, or maybe a auto carousel. Notification with timer, whenever there is a flash sale or something similar that's running. Please try this out. It's very important to keep your users engaged, and rich media is going to make that difference. There is a lot of clutter in the communication space right now. We have to stand out, and to stand out, we have to do things differently. Alright, moving on to the next one, which is AI-backed hyper-personalization and being very, very surgical. This is, I think, Soumya what covered today about the zero-party, first-party, third-party data. Right? It's just, I thought maybe I'll not spend much time since Soumya already covered it. It's about getting that single data point and personalizing it. Look at this website. This is a baby care website where just a single data point, which is child's birth date, basis that whenever the user visits the website, and of course based on the birth date, we can know what is that age of the child when they visit next, and basis that the banner personalization sort of happens. As the kid grows, the experience with the brand should also grow. So every customer should be treated differently based on their first visitor, based on their second visit, based on their tenure with the brand. Likewise, bit of gamification, but bit of how we can do differently the whole interaction piece. People in the room who are on Instagram right now, all of you, I'm sure. So we can have something like an Instagram kind of experience for the user, especially let's say e-commerce. Not always you want to go and buy a shirt. Maybe ladies in the room just want to explore some new trending clothes which are there. And for that, we can at least collect a data point which is like or dislike, like this. Or first one is more of that, and this one is more like a swipe, like or dislike. This is for men, by the way. They have Tinder, I'm sure. Alright, so moving on to the next one. That delightful experience of the user should be at every standpoint. From the home page, where when the user visits, based on the immediate smaller data points, based on location, based on the time they have come, the geography they have come from, we should be able to show the best catalog. Likewise, the category listing, product display page, our communication channel feed, email, push notification, everything should be hyper personalized. Because at the end of the day, that's the kind of experience you get when you visit a store. And that's what your user expect when they visit your online store. Coming to action reading, and this is one of my favorite part. Here, again, sitting on lot of data, we have to start looking at how we can create a lot of predictiveness, how we can create a lot of similar audience. And there are AI engines out there in the market. We have it inbuilt within our customer engagement module, where we can basically predict users who are highly likely to uninstall. So understanding users who are highly likely to uninstall, and I'm sure people in the room would have app, and app uninstall is one of the core challenges. What if we start predicting users who are about to uninstall the app? And if we can basically take an action before they even uninstall, will definitely help us retain that. We do it basis understanding that user behavior and retargeting basis that. Just screens around that, I'll probably skip some of them. Likewise, there's a lot to understand of the user over the course of time. Like for example, what is that best channel to reach out? Of course, if you have a handle of the user on web push, app push, SMS, email, and there is a new sale coming up, you don't want to spam the user on all the channels. You want to ideally identify what is the best channel from the engagement standpoint and use that for your engagement. Likewise, understanding the best time. People in the room will have different time of engagement with different brands, and during lunchtime or during morning time or during evening time is when you engage. But there are people who generally might also just do it during, at 11 a.m. So to them, maybe we have to personalize. So this has to be very individual. This has to be very surgical. And retention is all about wowing your customers at every touch point. That's how you ensure retention. That's why you guys use the app that you're using for so many, for so long. Small intro about Netco. We have been in the industry for past 25 years. Whatever I've spoken about is something that we do with a lot of brands. Specifically in Vietnam, we have a local team as well, apart from teams present in more than 40 plus countries. We power a lot of channels, not just from the multi-channel standpoint, but we also make it omni-channel, which means the same platform can help you run your campaign individually to different campaigns as such for different channels, but also can come together so that if, let's say, if a person has not opened your email in the first attempt, you can back it up with a push notification, then you can back it up with a SMS, and likewise, like a complete journey orchestration. And these three important stacks is something that you should remember: communication, engagement, and product experience. So from engagement to experience to ensure best retention is what we do at Network. Alright, that's all. Thank you so much.